Hi guys, welcome to this Moneycontrol live stream. You're watching Midday Market Mood Check with me, Nandita Khemka. The August series is off to a pretty subdued start given the fact that the Nifty is struggling to hold on to the crucial support level of 19,600 or thereabouts. Yesterday, remember, we saw a 0.5% cut coming in on the Nifty and the Sensex, and today as well, we are picking up from there and started the new FNO series on a muted note. Let's talk about the mid and small cap universe. Mid caps and small caps continue to outperform with the mid cap index up somewhere around 0.3%. Last time I checked. What's not doing well today is the entire private banking lot and IT as a sector not doing all that well. FMCG, on the other hand, is holding out, and so is the Realty pack. I think yesterday Realty pack also saw some smart gains, and we are just extending that in today's session. Among the Nifty gainers, you have Power Grid. That stock is up 3.5%. NTPC, remember, reports its earnings tomorrow. And ahead of that, it is gaining somewhere around 3% or thereabouts, ahead of the numbers tomorrow. ONGC, Dr. Reddy's and M&M, after, the kind of drubbing that it saw yesterday, has managed to, stage a comeback and is among the top Nifty gainers. Today, of course, investors are watching out for the numbers that will be declared, first quarter numbers that will be declared next week. And of course, they are also waiting for some bit of, color as to why the RBL bank, stake has been bought and what they intend to do further from here onwards. On the losing end, you have Bajaj Finserv. That company reported numbers yesterday. Today, it's a top loser on the Nifty. Tata Motors losing some steam, Titan, and as I mentioned, TCS, HCL Tech Tech Mahindra, all of the large cap IT stocks in the red today. Let's talk about some of the movers from the mid and small cap universe. Then Lupin shares hit a 52-week high today after the US FDA has said that the remedial measures taken at the Goa and Pithampur unit. Remember, the warning letter was issued in 2017. So that evaluation has been satisfactory. So that removes quite a big overhang from Lupin shares, and that stock was up in trade today. Yesterday, of course, we saw a very smart rally coming in on the pharma pack with the likes of Cipla and Dr. Reddy's staging a very smart uptick, and even Lupin for that matter. Yesterday it was up 4%, and today, of course, it has hit a fresh 52-week high. Aside of that, the Bharat Electronics, well, this stock is rallying after it posted a stellar set of numbers in the first quarter, highest ever order wins. In fact, the company continues to guide for 20,000 crore rupee order inflow for FY24. And if you look at global brokerages, they have maintained their overweight rating on the stock as well. On the back of that, the stock is up and about. Intellect Design, this stock was up somewhere on 17% or thereabouts. It has snapped a 7-day losing streak. In fact, the earnings are something, the first quarter earnings impressed the street, and the stock is, of course, rallying somewhere around 17%. It has added somewhere around 1,000 crore rupees to its market cap today itself. Aside of that, Ajanta Pharma, strong set of numbers, stock reacting to it. Piramal Pharma is the other one. In fact, that will be coming out with a rights issue of 1,000 crore rupees or thereabouts, and it will be launched on the 8th and will continue till 16th. The rights issue will take place at 81 rupees per share, and in a ratio of 5 is to 46. That means every 46 shares will fetch 5 shares in the rights issue. Aside of that, Indian Bank, stellar set of numbers, 46% jump in profit, 26% surge in the net interest income. That stock was up 3% or thereabouts. Railtel, on the other hand, slipping in trade, down 4% or thereabouts, as first quarter revenue has seen a sharp drop on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Look at Greenlam Industries. That stock has hit a 52-week high. Q1 net profit has risen over 30% on a YOY basis. Among the Nifty 500 other gainers, Indiabulls Housing, NCC and Alembic are some of the other movers. On the losing end, Nifty 500 losers, you have the likes of JK Lakshmi Cement, Sona BLW. I think experts see limited upside from here. That is why the stock is falling despite strong numbers. Supreme Industries, Blue Dart, RVNL, of course, the OFS is open for retail investors today. So second day of weakness coming in on this counter. Aside of that, lots of numbers to look out for from the mid-cap end of the markets. IOC, that stock is down ahead of its first quarter earnings. Petchem, I think, is expected to improve for this company, so we'll have to watch out for those numbers. Marico, on the other hand, gaining 3% ahead of its first quarter numbers. Volume growth expected in the range of 2 to 3%, even the net profit is expected to grow over 10% or thereabouts. So strong set of numbers expected from Marico, and ahead of that, the stock is rallying. For the second half, of course, We'll have to see whether we manage to, close above that crucial 19,600 support level or not. So that's something that we'll have to watch out for. But lots of cues to watch out for next week, because when it comes to earnings, some big ones are slated for next week, like SBI, M&M, and you have some of the new age companies like Zomato handing in their report card next week. So lots to watch out for. But aside of that, if you look at the data coming out of the US, strong set of GDP growth data coming in, 2.4% annualized growth rate vis-a-vis expectations of 2%. And of course, the personal consumption expenditure index, that data is expected to come out. That will actually set the course, or provide some clues as to whether or not the US Fed will go for another 25 basis point rate hike, or the last one was its last one for, in this rate hike cycle. So that's something that investors will be keenly watching out for. But for now, below 19,600, we'll have to see how we fare in the second half of the session. Remember, it's in the second half of the session that we saw, a kind of a sell-off coming in yesterday. So let's see what happens in the second half of the session today. But for now, it's a goodbye from me. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Don't forget to tune in at 3:30 p.m. and I get you closing bell, after all the market action after market close. So with that, it's a wrap. Thanks a lot for watching. But for all your other news and updates, stay tuned to Money Control.